Silver price is dropping today, but a lot of things happened this week to affect precious metals prices. We have much to cover. The Fed decided to not cut interest rates. How long will we have to wait for them to go down? And the conflict in the Middle East continues. We're going to talk about all of this and more. Let's get into it. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Here we are looking at silver price. It's currently sitting at $36.23, although the low last night, $35.53, about 70 cents lower than silver is right now. So it has recovered a bit. Gold, on the other hand, is holding steady. It's actually up for the day, but it's still under $3,400 an ounce, although last night it did dip as low as $33.40. So we'll have to see where gold ends the day. But if we move back over to silver, I want to zoom in on the chart here. You can see on Tuesday, June 17th, silver hit that recent high of $37.12 an ounce, cracking 37 for the first time in over 13 years. So we are seeing some profit taking to end out the week, but really anything could happen next Monday. Last Wednesday, Jerome Powell and the Fed decided not to cut rates, but they actually hinted at where they may be headed. Check this out.
For the time being, we are well positioned to wait to learn more about the likely course of the economy before considering any adjustments to our policy stance. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario going forward. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 3.9% at the end of this year. The median projection declines to 3.6% at the end of next year and to 3.4% at the end of 2027. These individual forecasts are always subject to uncertainty, and as I've noted, uncertainty is unusually elevated.
So they are projecting that rates will still go down this year, albeit only down to 3.9%, and then only another 0.5% over the next 2 years. Now, Trump, who wants rates ultra low, is not happy about this.
Well, and as a country, if the Fed would ever lower rates, would buy debt for a lot less. It's a shame. This guy, do you ever have a guy that's not a smart person and you're dealing with him and you have to deal? He's not a smart guy. So anyway, we should be 2 points lower. It'd be nice to be 2.5 points lower. We'd save $800 billion. We have, I think we're 38th now in interest, and we should be number one. We should be the lowest.
So why does Trump want rates lower? Well, look at this headline. $9 trillion of U.S. debt will mature in 2025. So they're going to have to take out new loans to pay for all of this debt. I mean, they can't pay it back. And just like when you take out a loan on a house, you want the interest rate to be as low as possible so you can pay the least amount of money. That's what he's hoping for. But the national debt continues to grow. And in fact, it just recently crossed over $37 trillion. And look at the U.S. federal budget deficit, $2 trillion. So this number is going to continue to go up, and if rates don't come down soon, it's going to go up even faster. Now let's look at the predictions for rates, and of course we're looking at this through the lens of precious metals. So if they do cut rates, that is bullish for both gold and silver. We will likely see prices go up. If they keep pushing back the rate cuts, or if they raise rates, that is bearish, and we will probably see gold and silver prices go down. So let's fast forward to the end of the year. CME Group is predicting 375 to 400 will be the target rate, about a 41.8% chance of that. That is right in line with what Jerome Powell was saying, 3.9%. So it would be in that ballpark. And then let's fast forward a year. CME Group is predicting 300 to 325. So maybe another percentage point down. This is still nowhere near where Trump wants the rates to be. However, this prediction is a bit lower than where Jerome Powell was predicting rates would be. So if we do see the Fed funds rate go this low, I'm thinking we will definitely see gold and silver go much higher. The other thing that has been affecting precious metals prices is the conflict in the Middle East. Listen to what the press secretary had to say yesterday.
I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks."
So it looks like a wait and see approach, but at the same time, I'm seeing other articles like this. Alarming Fox report says tactical nukes not off the table for Trump's Iran response. They talk about the bunker busters and how these might not be enough. They might actually have to drop a tactical nuclear weapon. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's still a lot up in the air, and I think really at this point, anything could still happen. Earlier this morning, Zero Hedge put this out. Putin concerned about world drifting to World War III. I certainly hope we are not headed that way. I think it's still obviously too early to tell now, but I'm going to keep my eyes on it. Pivoting back over to silver, I know a lot of you are thinking, where is the price going to go from here? And look, I have no idea. We are on a 24-hour news cycle, probably hour-to-hour news cycle right now, and any number of things could happen, which could push the price higher, push the price lower. But my long-term forecast has not changed. Long term, I think silver is still going to go up. I'm still buying more of it. I think it's a better buy than gold right now. So if you're looking at one or the other, I think silver is still the winner. And going back to the US debt clock, I just wanted to show you something that they put on here that I had not seen before. And that is the fiat dollars loss in value from 1993 until now. 1993 being when they started the Fed. Look at this, 96.23%. That is how much the dollar has gone down. Obviously, if you're looking to save, dollars are not the way to do it. I prefer to save in gold and silver. And one more thing about the US national debt, the US debt clock actually has this time machine feature. We can fast forward in time and see where this is headed. You ready? $46 trillion. And this is just the year 2029. So I think this is going to continue to balloon, and ultimately the dollar, it's going to be toast. So even with silver going down today, this slight correction here, this profit taking, I don't think this changes anything. I still think it's the place to be. But what do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.